Well, hello everybody. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's Keith with Keith's Custom Wood Creations. I'm walking back in the shop. It's late this evening. It's one time I usually do a lot of my work. I've got a few things I'm going to do tonight, and I don't know, I'm just going to share those things with you. I've got a project I'm working on. It's a kind of redoing a fireplace wall. It's about a 9-foot ceiling. It's got a tray wall to it, so they want to do a shiplap wrap around that wall. I've got a custom mantle that I've done over here. I'll show it to you. I don't mind. I'll give you a little sneak peek of what I've done. Take this, put this off here. So inside here, it's a custom faux mantle that I've got. It's a jackal beam stain that I use on that. It's going to go up on top of the shiplap, which is going to be all white. I've got some trim pieces over here. I'm going to do a quick video on, just kind of show you what I'm doing. I kind of really OCD about how I do shiplap. I got a trim piece here that's going to go, I'm going to cut this basically in half. I'm going to create 40-degree angles. Why? Because she has a tray wall, which is a flat 9-foot, and it's got 9 inches that taper off each side of it. And I'm going to do this with a little bit of rabbit on it, so the shiplap will be able to hide and slide right behind it, giving it a nice clean look. And I'm going to do those cuts for you right now. All right, so to get this project going, I'm going to need to trim these pieces down to the right thickness that I need that's going to make it look just right. In order to do that, I've got one that I've already created. This is my sample. It says sample right there. That's how come I know it's my sample. Because I write on my boards. Why? Because you deal with so much wood, I can't keep up with all this. You got to write on your wood to make sure you know what you're dealing with. You're not grabbing the wrong piece of wood. That's the worst thing you can do. Let's try to build something and think you got the right piece. Well, this is my sample, and I'm going to cut all those pieces down over there. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 that I'm going to cut down, and once I cut down the size, then I'm going to do my 40-degree angle, and you can see it all right here. Let's do this. All right, so let's see. We're going to raise my blade all the way up. You know we're good on that. I'm going to move my thing over here. We're going to line up. Looks pretty good right there. What you think? I think it looks good to you. All right. Okay. So the first thing I'm going to do before I get going is I got my table saw set up to the right length and that I need to do these cuts at. I've got my good old Grizzly dust collection system that I'm going to use in this system to collect all my dust as I do it, so I don't create that much of a mess. You got to think safe when you deal with wood. You don't want to be breathing in all this dust. So this right here kind of makes a cool little thing happen for you. It's going to get noisy. That's right. That's my old dust collection running over there. Runs like a sewing machine. Smooth, not loud, and it sucks up all this dust. It makes it go into a little compartment over there. I can just use it for whatever. I can use it for whatever. Glue. I can put some glue to it, fill some holes, some cracks, and use sawdust, man. They can use all kinds of stuff for that. But anyway, back to this. Let's get on to this show right here. We're going to cut up some things and have some fun. Just like that, you now got 2 pieces. Still got to trim the other side, but that's how it works here. All right, so now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I've got 7 So I've got some for the end of the shiplap. I got some to go casing around the fireplace. I've got shiplap to go up above where the joints are, where the tray is, where it bends. That's what the whole purpose of me doing this piece right here. So now, since we've got our pieces cut all to size, I've got to put a 40-degree angle on it. You ready for this one? This is where things get a little bit tricky. Why? Well, you're dealing with small pieces. I mean, you see, look how small that is. All right, so imagine that on a table saw. Imagine your fingers and everything else around it. It makes it kind of dangerous. So we're gonna think smart, and we're gonna try our best not to cut some fingers off the thing. You get to watch it all happen. Here we go, folks. Right here, that keeps Custom Wood Creations. Our mind is nonstop. We're constantly thinking of things to do and ways to make things happen. Let's make this thing go to 40 degrees. All right. Now, change that angle on that blade. Keep on going. Rolling, keep that saw blade turning. All right, we're almost there, folks. We're almost there. All right. So let's do this. We're going to cut my first angle. It's going to be right here. All right. So that looks good right there. All right. So now I've got to take my piece and I've got to create 40-degree cut on this right here. So we're going to come over and come over just a little bit. We're going to do a couple sample cuts. See where we're at. Hot diggity dog! Man, that's right on the money. I'm talking about right on the money. Look at that. Just look at that cut. It is literally like a razor blade. That is perfect. First try. All right, so we're gonna run this through. Hi. I bet y'all thought so. I bet y'all thought I was gonna put my fingers up there and try to hold this thing down. No thank you. I'll pass on that. So we've got these things called spare pieces of wood or sacrificial pieces of wood, whatever you want to call them. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a piece of wood down here. And I'm like, all right, cool. That's where we want it, right? That's where we want to keep that down there at that angle. Correct? All right. So I'm going to take me a little clamp. Put me a little clamp right here. And we're going to take another clamp. We'll put another clamp right here. What's that doing, folks? That's keeping that board down so I ain't got to put my fingers in. I use this. So as I slide this forward, I get that nice cut right there. All right, so we cut those pieces of wood down. As you see here, I've got a couple pieces. What we're gonna do, you're gonna see, you will flip them and you will glue them together. It will give you a nice clean look. Once you will smooth the edges down here, it'll roll over, it'll get painted. You'll never even know it existed. I promise you, it'll look really good. And on the back side is where the shiplap is gonna play hide and seek. You're gonna hide the shiplap, the end of it, behind it. So therefore, you're gonna have a nice clean strip going all the way up the side of the fireplace. You'll see, I promise you, trust me. Trust me, I promise you I know what I'm doing. I may not really act like I do. I may be a little crazy in my shop a little sometimes, but I promise you, when the finished product is out there, it'll look flawless. So now, since I got all the pieces cut down, got the right measurements on it, I've got the right angle, I've got all the good stuff together. Now, the fun part, we're gonna glue them together. Let's get out the Elmer's glue. I'm just kidding. I won't go there. We've got this old tight bond. This is some good stuff. Premium wood glue. It really works. On top of that, I've got to use some kind of cool stuff that I've learned from watching videos and stuff, especially on good old Jason over there at Bourbon Moth. He taught me a Star Bond. Hey, this stuff is a whole nother level of glue. I tell you what, you can put some stuff together with this. It actually works as a good bonding for wood for temporary use. I wouldn't say permanent at all. It's going to hold these pieces together while that wood glue has the time to dry. So we're going to dab a little bit here, dab a little bit there, and we're going to press these things together, and it's going to be dried up just as quick as can be. And that way you guys can kind of see where this is all coming to life. We're going to take our old trusty wood glue. We're going to just dab, 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 all the way down the brick road. La da 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 da. Hey, got glue? Right here. There's a lot of it down here. And once I get all this stuff glued together, then what's going to happen is I'm going to cut it all to the right size it really needs to be, clean it up, and make it come together. All right, so all that's on there. Let me use my magic wand of glue mixer, my finger. We're going to mess and smooth this all down. That needs to be done. Never said this job wasn't messy. Man, heck, I could probably get on Dirty Job. Y'all remember that show? Dirty Job. Somebody's got to do it. A little bit of glue. A little bit of glue never hurt nobody. All right, so now that we got that done, get the glue off my finger before I glue myself to something. I'm going to use this good old Star Bond. This is good stuff right here. We're just going to dab a little bit here and there. Just basically to help bond all this together. And you don't have to use a lot of it. But where you use it, you got to spray the stuff on the other side. It doesn't really activate without that. It's a two-part. All right, so I've got that done. Let's pull that good old spray. Pop, pop, pop those weeds. Here we go. Spray some accelerator. Nice. It's nice and wet. This stuff smells pretty good. I don't know. I'm kind of crazy when it comes to smells. Now, we're just going to take back down so you can kind of see what I'm doing. We're going to take these two pieces. We're going to put them together. We'll make one nice piece. And it don't have to be 100% perfect because you're going to do a lot of work to it. So I can put some filler in here. See, this stuff is just like coming together. You want to get as good, close as you can possibly get. The better you do on this, the less you're going to have to do a lot of sanding and stuff like that. You know, long pieces aren't always the easiest to work. We're getting it. Oof, be careful. See, it's all kind of coming together already. So once you get it all together, which now, check that out, pretty cool. And on the back side, there you go. So what you're gonna get, you know, piece of shiplap, just to show a sample wise. It's basically gonna go right here, yeah, right there behind it. So basically, when you look at it this way, it's gonna get tucked right behind there. Gives it a nice clean look all the way up the wall, okay? All this will be painted. On this side here, you're gonna do that too. So that's gonna be about a 40-degree or so angle right there on the fireplace wall. That's gonna make it transition from one to the other flawlessly. It'll give a nice clean look there. So that's what we're gonna do. But my favorite thing right now is the favorite thing for everybody is what? This good old beast right here. Boy, I tell you what, I think I dream about sanding because I sand so much. Sanding it's gotta happen. It's pretty much one of the most important things in woodworking. Why? It makes that finish come together. When you put some Rubio Monaco, you can put any kind of finish on something. And if it ain't sanded right, you see swirl marks, you see sand marks. But this right here, sand, this is what makes the project really come to life, to be honest with you. So that's where you want to spend some time. Trust me, it's not fun, but you want to put the time in to get the good result that you're going after. Don't cut corners in this part. Put your time in, do the sanding, find out when you're done, it's going to look fabulous. I promise. Let's get to sanding. Now, I tell people, after a little bit of sanding, would you just have a look at it? It's coming out really, really nice. This right here has got a nice smooth finish. Now I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna fill in some of these little cracks. But for the most part, you see, it's gonna look nice. Flip it on over. You got a nice little spot there. You're gonna put it on the wall and it's going to allow you to join these two pieces together. Well, I hope you enjoyed some of those videos right there. I've got a lot of work still to do. I've got them all cut. I've got this one here all glued together. I've got to do them all like that. Well, I got one more set I got to do like that because there's only two corners have angles. The other ones are just going to go on the end pieces where they actually go against the wall, and they'll just fit right in right there. So, but man, I hope you enjoyed these videos. It's been fun hanging out with you. God, if you like it, subscribe. Please subscribe to my channel. Why not? It ain't gonna hurt nobody. And please leave any kind of comments below. Hit the like button, ring the bell, all the good stuff. And man, keep your eye out for the next one. There's a lot of continuations gonna go on. This is gonna be a bigger project. So I just did a small video on just some of the small things I'm doing on it. But you'll see part 2 and part 3 probably. You'll eventually see the finished product. And I guarantee you, it's gonna look nice. All right, guys. Until next time, this is Keith at Keith's Custom Wooden Creations, where your mind will run forever. Y'all have a good one. We'll talk to y'all later.